I don't want to take too long on this because I already have like a lot of film I got to go through and edit. But so with this job, I got a job interview yesterday, and it was a sales job. And I got the job on the spot. And some of you guys may know one of my goals was to get a sales job and cut it down, and really dive into sales. Now I got the job, so I pretty much got the goal, one goal my first year, this year, out the way. Now, saying all that, I was, as you may know, I was kind of having like, I guess a little battle in my mind of which job may be better, because I have another company that I'm still in limbo for, that they probably can be calling me anytime now. Okay, so I got this job and I accepted it. But however, I met a guy that worked at the first company, and he said he was going to like send me, introduce me to the HR or whatever, see what's going on. And also, my friend that used to work there, his cousin is also a supervisor there. So, yeah. So this whole time I'm thinking to myself, man, I really, really want this one. I don't really want this one as much. But I knew in the back of my mind, like, if I get this one, let me just be 1 foot in and 1 foot out. But however, it's hard for me because I do start training for this job this Monday coming up. Today's Wednesday, I think. Yeah, so Wednesday, this Monday coming up. And when I have an interview with people, you can really tell the energy if people like you or not, or people just saying, you know what, I'm gonna give him a shot, or like, man, this guy, like, I believe that he could really, like, you know, I just like his energy. I like his, like, he just have a light towards him. There's something about him that I just like. And I'm not trying to say I'm better than anybody or try to, you know, sound arrogant or, you know, cocky or whatever, but I know that's the type of reaction I gave them, because you can see in people's eyes, you can see in their energy, you can see in the way how they react towards you. And I'm not surprised. I mean, that's why I feel like if I get an interview with any job, no matter, if I get into the front door where I can have an interview with somebody, I know I can get the job. And saying that not because, and mind you, this job was a sales job. They didn't do anything about sales. They didn't ask you anything about sales techniques. They didn't just tell you. They didn't say sell me this pen. They didn't do anything about that. They just asked you basically about your resume. What would you do if you would start making more money? Why is this job important to you? Just certain things. And I can tell when I was in a room, it was like a group interview, me and another guy, and I could tell like the energy was, you can feel it, because the energy was towards me. Like, I feel like I controlled the room, the way I spoke and the way I articulated myself and the way I was just expressing, like, pretty much what I've been expressing to you guys, what my journey is and what I want to do, and tell them the truth, like, what's the reason I really want to get into sales job, you know, talking about my insecurities and my low self-esteem and all that stuff. I put that all on the table, you know what I mean? And I just want to say, so I knew I set a good impression, but at the same time, it's like, my friend gave me options like, yo, you're kind of like your own company. Say if a company wants to fire you, do they ask you, or do they tell you it's a good job? Do they think about it? No, they want to fire you. They fire you if it's the best interest in them. So they're saying the same thing with you. If you get this job and you get the other job and you feel like the other job is better, then just quit that job. So you know what? I decided to move ways and do something else, blah, 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 blah. And I decided to quit, and I'll just go to the other job. Now, next thing you know, I got the job. I did everything they told me to do, you know. I got the job. I did a drug test. I did everything ASAP right away. Did all my papers like they told me to right away. But I was still feeling like in the back of my mind, like, dog, I don't think it's the job for me, man. I don't think this job is better, because this job has a better base salary plus commission. A lot of people are making more money over here. The guy that works here, he's like a coach. He's like he's in the training program to be a supervisor, and he's telling me you could be an average person and make this much money over there, you know what I mean? And I was thinking to myself, like, man, this could be way easier for me. This could help me out a lot better. You know what I mean? I'd rather go here, you know, plus they got better benefits and da. And then I had to just sit back. You know, sometimes you just really want to, sometimes you gotta sleep it off, they say. So I woke up this morning, I was just thinking about it, you know. I'm like, man, I'm about to really get this job. I'm about to really join these people and see what's going on. But I still really want this job. And then I thought to myself, okay, what's the point? Like, why do I really want to join a sales job? Is it really to make money? Of course, yeah, you want to make money. When you work, you want to make money. You got to eat. And you want to buy and participate in things that you want to do, extracurricular activities that may take money. But however, what's the real reason why? Then I realized, I told myself, man, it's for me just to develop and put myself out of my comfort zone and really just be a proving ground to me. You know what I mean? A guy, like I said, was insecure about his verbal game, the way he speaks, and sometimes can mumble over his words and don't fully enunciate his words. The fast talker, sometimes guy who just doesn't really sound like he's confident or he's really back behind with the things that he says. And I thought to myself, like, you know what? I've been always trying to chase the least resistant thing in my life. And even though I'm joining sales and I'm getting uncomfortable, I still caught myself like, you know what? Even though I'm getting uncomfortable, I'm doing something new, I still have the mindset of like, you know, trying to get something with the least resistance, the easiest path. And I guess that would be kind of contradicting to what the reason why I'm joining sales in the first place. You know? Yes, the company may be better. Yes, every company has its flaws, but yeah, maybe this company may be a better company, may have a better environment or whatnot. It definitely does. I know for sure, because I know I've seen both sides. But it's kind of like, what's the reason why I'm doing this, man? Because he did tell me there's people who make a good amount of money over at this current company that I got the job for that I'm about to start with. So what's really the point of really trying to chase something else? Because it'd be easier. And I thought to myself, if I go to this company that I've been waiting on, it's like, yeah, maybe it's still sales, but at the same time, yeah, maybe better for me. But the reason I want to go is because it's easier. It's probably I can probably put less work. So if I have one of those days where I feel like, you know what, it's kind of easy, I don't really got to put 110%, I can still be okay with my reward, which is not a good way of thinking about it. And I thought to myself, okay, you know what, that's right. And I thought to myself about this job where the base salary is pretty much close to minimum wage, but the commission's pretty good. But however, it's like, that means every day I already got to put my 120% every day to eat. To really enjoy and to really grow myself, I really got to put myself and put my full effort in each and every single day in order for me to actually survive, in order for me to actually make money, you know? And I thought to myself, like, you know what? Let me take the path of harder resistance, you know what I mean? Let me take the path with more resistance. Let me see if I can really prove myself. Like, you know what? I decided to take the harder way out. I decided to take a way where, yeah, it may not be the ideal spot, but it's still the same thing. I'm developing the same skills, but maybe in the long term, I'll be proud of myself. Let me chase that long-term gratification rather than the short-term gratification. You know what I mean? Yeah, I may be getting out of my comfort zone either way, but still, it's a way for me to really improve myself. And in long term, I'll probably look back like, you know what? I decided to take the harder job. I decided to take the most job with the most resistance, job that anybody would probably decide not to take, you know? And I used to be big in basketball, you know. My goal was, like most kids, either become like a music star or athlete. I wanted to make it to the NBA before when I was younger. And I was always watching the NBA draft or whatnot. And seeing kids from college or high school going to the NBA. And I thought to myself, man, like, I want to have that same mindset. Because think about it. If a kid gets drafted, usually the best players go to the worst teams. Because the worst teams had the highest pick. But at the same time, the players going to the NBA. So you think the players are like, you know what, man, I don't want to pay for this sorry team. I don't want to go there. Now, some may do. And most likely, some of them don't really last that good in the NBA. But the ones that don't, they're thinking to themselves like, yo, I'm in the freaking NBA. Like, I worked my whole life to make it here. You know what I mean? And I'm drafted. Yeah, I may be going to a team that's not in the title contention, not a playoff contender. But I'm still getting drafted. I'm still here. I still did it. And then maybe I could switch this team around myself. And that's what I thought to myself. What if I can do things that maybe doesn't seem impossible. Maybe doesn't seem possible or that anybody can do it in this company. But guess what? That means if I do amazing things that they're doing at the first company that I was originally waiting for, right? But I do the same thing at this company right now when it's even harder and more challenging